Fox Talk now, and it's about the governor. Some say he put his foot in his mouth during a recent lunch at the governor's mansion. Scott invited 20 black legislators there to talk about things like health care and other issues affecting our state. And in one or two statements implied that all of them grew up poor. The governor said, quote, "I grew up probably in the same situation as you guys. I started school in public housing. My dad had just a 6th grade education," end quote. Some representatives really offended by that remark, saying the governor assumed that everyone in the room was poor just because they were black. Others calling it just a plain unfortunate situation. Joining us live to talk about this tonight is race relations advocate Frantz Kebreau. Frantz, thanks for coming in tonight.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure.
All right, no one will argue that was an ill-delivered, a perhaps ill-conceived statement, an attempt at relating. What are your thoughts on Governor Scott's words?
Well, I don't think it was ill-conceived at all. As a matter of fact, I think we've gone from the realm of political correctness to political absurdity, to be honest with you. You see, what happened is you have a group of black legislators who decide that they want to get together specifically because of the color of their skin. They go into a luncheon and they expect the governor to look at them and give them a speech based specifically on the color of their skin, being black.
Well, there were, I'm sure, many people in that group who didn't relate. They maybe had a great experience growing up and didn't relate to Mr. Scott's conversations about public housing and things like that. What about those people? Don't they have a right to be maybe a little offended?
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, next month I'm going to be giving a speech at the Save America Convention in Tampa with Judge Andrew Napolitano. I'm going to be speaking specifically on this topic. You see, what's going on is that the governor went into this with a speech that he's been given to everybody, regardless of the color of their skin, regardless of where they come from. It's the same speech he gives to everybody. But it's because these legislators have decided that they want to group together as people based on the color of their skin, they've interpreted the information improperly.
Right. I see what you're saying, and there are instances, I'm sure, that everyone really truly is on a level playing field. But what about those times when certain minority groups, or whether it's a difference of race or sex or income level, they need to specifically be addressed?
Well, that's something that I touch on every single day, and I put it in my book, Stolen History. The problem is that if you decide that you want to be talked to based on the color of your skin, if the governor had decided to his staff and said, "I'm going to go in there and speak to them specifically because they're black," wouldn't his speech then be considered racially motivated?
It sure would. I mean, if that were the pure motivator behind saying certain things, absolutely. Let me ask you this as a final question. Will there ever be a point, at least in our lives, when race won't be a huge part of politics? Because right now it's pretty clear that at least in some instances it makes some very clear divisions.
Yes, it will be, and we are moving in that direction. You can clearly see throughout society that society does not want to deal with this political correctness, this multiculturalism. We are first Americans, Americans first. And then our ethnicities can play a part in our everyday cultural lives. But we must be Americans first.
Agreed. Frantz Kebreau, thank you so much for coming in tonight. Great discussion as always.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonny.